I will request Mr. Janak Dwarkadasji to please say a few words.
Good evening, everybody. Justice Indira Banerjee, Justice Bhat, dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank the Bar Association of India, the members of the jury and the organizers for considering me as worthy of this prestigious award. The next person I would like to thank is my own senior and mentor Iqbal Chagla for giving me the opportunity to join his chambers and for guiding and supporting me both in my personal as well as professional life. For Mr. Chagla, it must be indeed a very proud moment and a double celebration as Darius and I are both his juniors. I feel very proud to be a product of the original side of the Bombay High Court, which has contributed the first Chief Justice of Independent India, the first Attorney General for Independent India, and the first Solicitor General of Independent India. Since India's independence, 22 judges have come from the original side of the Bombay High Court, have been elevated to the Supreme Court, and 9 of them have been Chief Justices of India. Since independence, 5 more Attorney Generals and 6 Solicitor Generals have come from the original side of the Bombay High Court. I also take great pride in the fact that my own junior, Madhvi Devan, Additional Solicitor General and a successful solicitor, senior counsel in her own right, is being felicitated today. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the organizers on behalf of all the other living legends who have been felicitated today. To be honored by your peers is, in my view, the greatest recognition and compliment that any professional can be bestowed with. In fact, several of my seniors present in the audience this evening, like Mr. Parasaran, Mr. Ashok Desai, and many more who are present here today, have been my inspiration, and I've had the privilege to work with them and learn from them. I extend my gratitude to them. I sincerely hope and pray that this award helps me to rededicate myself with renewed vigor to the legal profession. I feel proud as well as humbled to join the august lineup of legal luminaries who have been recognized by the BAI in the past 3 years as well as today. From being a shy and introverted child who had sworn never to be a lawyer, it feels almost like a dream come true to be standing here and receiving this award and being recognized as a living legend of the law. Success in the legal profession, like in all others, is not permanent. It's a constant endeavor of giving your best to every case. As has often been said, you're only as good as your last case. There is no question, therefore, of resting on your laurels. I have often been asked, what role does luck have to play in the path to success? I would say to them, it plays a role, but can never be a substitute for hard work. I can personally vouch for what Thomas Jefferson said. I find that the harder I work, the more luck I seem to have. When I look back and remind myself of the several mistakes and blunders which I have made along the way, I wonder how I got here. I should have been a failure. I cannot help but recall the words of the former President of the United States, Barack Obama, who, whilst talking of failures, said, and I quote, "The real test is not whether you avoid this failure, because you won't. It's whether you let it happen, or shame you into inaction, or whether you learn from it, whether you choose to persevere." Unquote. I would like this award to be a lesson for the juniors at the bar that the path to success is a daily grind and that there are no shortcuts to success. A famous Zen master, when asked by a young professional, "How long would it take to succeed in life if I worked hard and did all the right things?" The Zen master said, "It would take 10 years. The student then asked, "And what if I put in double the hours and double the work?" The Zen master said, "It would take double the time." I would like to end by saying that my journey of 42 years in the profession has been the most fascinating, intellectually stimulating, and personally rewarding. I would not want to trade it for anything else. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Mr. Dwakadas, for speaking on behalf of all the living legends of law. Now we come to the presentation of awards to those who, in my humble opinion, are the backbone of the Indian legal profession. They are the bar leaders in the true sense. Some of them are presidents of various high court bar associations. Some of them are chairpersons of the state bar councils, and of course we have the chairman of the Bar Council of India himself present here today. Then we have a large group of those who render active service as additional Solicitor Generals all over the country representing the government of India. And then we have the Advocate Generals. Actually, these are the real bar leaders, and they are the living legends of tomorrow, you see. Therefore, it is befitting that we recognize the strength of the legal profession as represented by these bar leaders who have come from all over the country to participate in this Lawyers of India Day. We are grateful to you. We are privileged to have your distinguished presence here. And now we will present, you see, some mementos, a plaque of honor. Actually, you have honored us by your presence, but this is a recognition and an appreciation of the great work that you are doing for the legal profession and in turn for the country as a whole. I request Anandita Pujari to please announce the names of the various recipients of the awards.
To begin with, can I request Mr. Manan Mishra, Senior Advocate and Chairman Bar Council of India, to kindly accept a token of love and appreciation from Bar Association of India. Now may I please request Mr. Indira Banerjee, Additional Solicitor General of India, to kindly come to the dais. May I request Mr. Atmaram and his Nandkarni, I don't see, not here. May I request Shri Sanjay Jain, Additional Solicitor General of India, to kindly come to the dais, please. May I request Ms. Manindra Acharya, Additional Solicitor General of India, to please kindly accept the award. May I request Ms. Madhavi Diwan, Additional Solicitor General of India, to kindly come to the dais. She is also the editor of our journal. May I request Shri Ashok K. Parija. Yes. May I now request Shri K. N. Balgopal, Advocate General, Nagaland, to kindly come to the dais. May I request Shri Vijay Narayan, Advocate General, Tamil Nadu, to kindly come to the dais. Not. May I now request Shri Praveen H. Parekh, President, the Indian Society of International Law, to kindly come to the dais and accept the award. May I now request Professor Dr. Manoj Kumar Sinha, Director, the Indian Law Institute, to kindly come and accept the award. May I now request Shri Rakesh Kumar Khanna, President, Supreme Court Bar Association, to kindly accept the award. May I now request Shri Hafiz Rashid Ahmad Chaudhry, Chairman, Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, and Sikkim, to kindly come to the dais and accept the award. May I request Shri A. Narasimha Reddy, Chairman, Bar Council of State of Telangana, to kindly come to the dais and accept the award. Not present. May I request Dr. Milind Sathe, President, Bombay Bar Association, to kindly come to the dais. I now request Shri Mohit Mathur, President, Delhi High Court Bar Association, to kindly come to the dais. May I now request Shri Surendranath Sarma, President Guwahati Bar Association, to kindly come to the dais and accept the award. Our sincere apologies to Mr. Sharma for some misprint in the booklet. We ensure that we will get it corrected and send it to you. May I now request Shri Yatin Oja, President Gujarat High Court Bar Association, to kindly come. He's not there. Shri M.M. Sharma, President Bar Association of Jharkhand High Court, Ranchi. I now request Ms. Surekha Mahajan, President High Court Bar Association, Aurangabad Bench, Maharashtra, to kindly come to the dais. May I now request Sri Sivaji M. Jadhav, President Supreme Court Advocate on Record Association, to kindly come to the dais and accept the award. Not here. May I now request Sri Shashank Sekhar, Advocate General, Madhya Pradesh. Mr. Puran Singh Bist, President High Court Bar Association, Nainital, to kindly come to the dais. May I now request Sri T. Suryakaran Reddy, Senior Advocate and President, Telangana High Court Advocates Association, to kindly come to the dais. May I now request Mr. Raghavendra Singh, Advocate General, State of Uttar Pradesh, to kindly come to the dais.
So a big and collective round of applause for the bar leaders. On behalf of the recipients of the awards, I request Mr. Manan Kumar Mishra, Chairman, Bar Council of India, to give a brief response.
Honorable Mrs. Justice Indira Banerjee ji, Honorable Mr. Justice Ravindra Bhat Sahab, the chief guests of today's function, the seniors, legal giants our guardians, Mr. K. Parasaran, Mr. Desai, Mr. Prashant Kumar, the President-elect of Bar Association of India, Mr. Diwan, Mr. Bhasin, the honorable dignitaries, attending today's function. I am to respond. Mr. Bhasin said that the Chairman Bar Council of India is to respond. All of us know the role of Bar Council of India. To regulate the legal profession and to regulate the legal education. Yes, the Bar Association of India are really doing a very nice job today. The honoring ceremony of the legal giants, our respected members, is required for today's. This should be a lesson for the young lawyers. The Bar Council of India, the bar associations, particularly the Bar Association of India, we have a very challenging job before. Our legal profession, if you really examine and carefully analyze, you will find that those who are present here, most of them, they have played their roles. But those who are a little bit younger, I was honored. I thought that it is still premature for me. I was planning to get this honor at the age of Mr. Reddy, my predecessor. I hope that Mr. Bhasin says that he'll give me at that age also. See, there are three types of lawyers today. One, some harsh realities of this profession I want to place before you all. One, coming from the elite class, the sons of judges, sons of big lawyers, sons of ministers and all that. They are completely on a different footing, sir. They take birth in this profession with a golden spoon in their mouth. They have no dearth of library, no dearth of brief, no dearth of training. Therefore, they are completely on a different footing. But the number of such lawyers is not even 1 or 2%. So today is the lawyer's day, you say. Lawyers does not mean only that class of lawyers. As the representative of the Indian bar, I always see and I always think about the middle and the lowest class of the lawyers. The middle class of lawyer They come from middle class. They get their education not in the Jindal, Symbiosis, GLC or big law colleges of the country. Even the national law schools are very costly. So the leaders of the bar are to think about their future. And if you think about their future, you will be thinking about the future of this profession. They struggle very hard. After getting the law degrees, enrollment from a state bar council, when they join the bar, they are not even able to get a good office because there is no good recommendation of any minister, any good lawyer, any judge. They are compelled to sit in the canteens and spend their whole day in the canteens. Nobody is there to guide them. Very rarely, some of them, they get some good offices, good guidance. But the fact is, and this is the reality, that only those struggling lawyers, they have been able to succeed in the profession. The third class age, the lowest category, coming from poor families, they can't get a good law school, law college. I'll talk about the conditions of law colleges and legal education also. I want to convey a very harsh truth before this honorable gathering. This class needs your care. Otherwise, several orders for contempt, several disciplinary actions from the bar councils and the Bar Council of India are not going to stop the strikes, stop the unruly elements. Therefore, the Bar Association of India, under the Advocates Act, it is the duty of Bar Council of India or Bar Council, state bar councils, to promote the bar associations of the country. There is a definite purpose behind that. Sir, honoring is a very good thing. But we are to, the associations, the bar councils are doing, we are to undertake the training of young lawyers, particularly of those who were deprived of getting a good senior's office, who could not get a good law college, who could not get the education in the convent schools. Sir, it is our duty, it is the duty of members of Bar Association of India, the office bearers of Bar Association of India, to undertake training of such lawyers. Only then we will be able to improve the standard of legal profession. Bar Council of India is going to write a letter to Mr. Bhasin and Mr. Prasant to get associated with us for the training programs to be undertaken in all the bar associations of the country. Very soon we are going to do it. We are going to regulate the associations also. Only a few days back, you might have seen in the papers that those who are non-practicing, those who have no experience of some particular years in the bar, they will not be allowed to contest the elections of bar councils or bar associations. The practicing lawyers, if they become the leaders of the bar, it's good. But the standard is going down day by day because of the fact that the number of bar leaders, leaders means elected leaders, is increasing, and the non-practicing, I can say even the fake persons without a valid degree, they are also dominating the big bar associations of the country. Big bar means, even Delhi you will find, our analysis is that more than 20% are moving those who have no degree. We started the verification process, but our elections came, that became a hurdle. Now we have crossed that hurdle. The elections of all the state bar councils are finished. Verification rules. We have the plan to verify the degrees of each and every lawyer, not the seniors and elders, but those who have joined the bar 15 years ago. So far legal education is concerned, I am telling, Bar Council of India is the regulator. We have put a moratorium because the people were blaming us that mushroom growth of law colleges. For coming 3 years, no new college will be approved. Mr. Manoj Kumar, director of ILI, he is here. He is a member of our legal education committee. Our legal education committee is headed by a former judge of Supreme Court, 2 sitting chief justices, several judges, sitting judges and former judges, 4 vice chancellors of national universities. They are our members who regulate the legal education. The problem is not in the approval. Approval we grant only after affiliation granted by the universities. The no objection certificate is granted by the state concerned. Then the institutions, they approach the universities for affiliation. Bar Council of India simply approves the affiliation. Why the standard is getting down? Several times I have written to government, to all the universities, to the vice chancellors. The rampant use of unfair means, sir, that is the main reason. You are unable to stop the unfair means, the large scale unfair means in the examinations of LLB. In the remote areas where the law colleges are there, neither the government has any concern nor any university has any concern. The teachers, they are the invigilators, and the students, they go, it's all open book, they pass the exam. The Bar Council of State, Bar Council of India cannot do anything in this regard. Once this unfair means is checked, several law colleges will be closed, and the standard of this legal education and profession too, that will be improved. We need your support. We need your guidance. We need your blessings. We are determined to do something for the profession and the education. We will sit together. I have been inviting Mr. Bhasin in all the meetings almost. Whenever there is some guide is to be laid down for the law firms or other important issues, I have been inviting Mr. Bhasin. Very soon, the office bearers of Bar Association of India and Bar Council, we will sit together. We will discuss these important issues. I am thankful to Bar Association of India for inviting me and for giving this opportunity to address you. Thank you, and thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Manan Mishra, for sharing your views and using this particular platform to tell us what the Bar Council proposes to do. Because in my view, you are the regulator. You have to create those situations where the three classes of lawyers which you mentioned, they are put on an equal footing. You are the regulator. You can have law school set up. But what I have seen is that there are so many law schools which have been approved by the Bar Council, but they are non-existent. They are just there, you see, to give the law degrees. Therefore, what action has been taken? We talk about legal profession not being allowed, you see, to have their own, like a website or a brochure or something like that. All over the world, you know, people are using this. But our obsolete rules, they say this would amount to advertising. This will be like soliciting work. Therefore, you are not permitted to do so. These are the issues which concern the regulator. You must lay down the guidelines. Our bar associations, they are committed to do pro bono work. And Bar Association of India has been, is responsible for providing, you see, free legal services. We also interact. I think most of our office bearers, we visit the law schools just to ensure a good dialogue with the students and tell them what is contemporaneously happening all over the world and all over India. We are doing our bit, but you have to control the profession, you have to regulate the profession in whatever manner you think fit, and also promote and regulate the legal education in the proper way. As you said, we are there to help you because you are the regulator, and Bar Association of India is committed to provide all the support to the Bar Council of India or the State Bar Council in all these noble measures which you have mentioned just now. With this, we come to a very pleasant phase that we recognize the presence of our two honorable judges here, and we present a memento to them. It is not a ritual, the vote of thanks, particularly when the person to deliver the ultimate response is Mr. Shyam Devan. Mr. Shyam Devan, a very eminent senior lawyer and Vice President of the Bar Association of India, and someone who is committed to promoting, you see, the underprivileged, their weaknesses, how they face. And only this year, early February in 2019, he chaired, you see, a human rights conference of the Asian countries under the auspices of Law Asia. And next year, the conference will be in Kathmandu. So he's a great champion of who stands for the underprivileged, underdogs. And I had the privilege of knowing, as most of you must have known, his great father, you know. So he's he was an institution by himself, former president of the Bar Association of India and president of the Law Asia and all that. So we request Mr. Shyam Devan to propose a vote of thanks as the Vice President of the Bar Association of India.
Thank you. Thanks very much, Lalit, Justice Banerjee, Justice Bhat, ladies and gentlemen. This is an extraordinarily happy and delightful task for me. I have to say that last evening I exchanged an email with Lalit, and I said, isn't this program far too long? Can't we sort of clip it down and make it a little shorter? And I think it's proceeded. I was wrong. He sent a reply and said, no, we have to recognize our leaders from across the country, and this is an important day, so, ensure that you're there. And I'm delighted to be here, actually, as a participant and on the stage, because this has been such a rich evening for me. Thanks to Lalit, first and foremost, for sort of shepherding this along and getting us moving at a great clip. I thought the speeches were fabulous because they transported me, and I'm sure they transported many of you, back in time, making connections in geography, making connections in history. And I thank each one of the speakers who was here, who shared their insights. It brought me back often to Mumbai and reminded me also of connections in Calcutta and leaders of the bar with whom we sort of interacted. Days when one was a junior, struggling for briefs and oftentimes just being handed over instructions at the very last moment. I'd like to thank each one of you who traveled great distances to be here. It's such a rich sort of audience that we have. And I think one of the insights which I took away, because I had the advantage of being here on the stage, was that we produce so much excellence from across the country. So while we're kind of insular, because we think we're from Chennai or Bangalore, and that, these are the islands, Calcutta, these are the islands of excellence, that's not true. It just so happens that we are able to produce not just very good judges from across the country, but also very good lawyers from across the country and leaders of the bar. And I think the Bar Association of India here has an extraordinary role because it's able to bring together so much talent and connect each one of us with our peers and colleagues from across the country. I wish to thank the staff at the Bar Association of India for putting this together. It takes a lot to organize an event such as this in the evenings, and friends from the media. In case I've missed any, yes, well, I must thank the awardees for sure for being such stellar examples for all of us to emulate. There was, just a few months ago, I had a one-on-one conversation which was during a fairly gloomy period with our past president and doyen, Mr. Fali S. Nariman. And I was a little sort of dejected about what was happening. And he had some wise words for me, and which he said that we should share with the colleagues. He said that maybe, just maybe, we're passing through a phase which is like an eclipse, where there's a little bit of temporary darkness and gloom, but it will pass. And I think being in an audience, being part of an evening like this, recognizing so much talent across the country and so many examples of outstanding contributions to the law, I think he was right. I think we're on our way to sort of strengthen both the bar as well as the rule of law. Thank you very, very much.
We have as I mentioned, a very eminent law teacher who was the recipient of the award last year. I'll request Neena Gupta to please present a bouquet to Professor Moolchand Sharma. So, honorable guests and friends, you have earned your dinner now. The dinner is outside. Thank you very much for being so patient with these long proceedings, but it was necessary. We'll have